What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Elevated Crypto. Today, what we are going to talk about is probably one of the most explosive trends in crypto lately, one of the most hottest narratives, and we're going to discuss why that is and sort of what's going on. And unless you've been under a rock for the last week, you've probably heard the term Binance Smart Chain. It's an explosion over there. Coins are doing phenomenal, but why is that? What has caused this? So we're going to look at that. We're going to scan through the headlines like we normally do, see if we see any narrative there forming. And then on the back end of this video, we're going to take a look in on some coins that we have talked about in the past, prior videos, check in on how they are doing, and we're going to look at a couple different coins that we could expect some movement on going forward. So if you're excited for that content, if you're pumped up, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit the subscribe. That way you are informed anytime I upload content or go live. That being said, guys, let's get it. Let's just jump right in. So first things first here, we're going to talk about sort of what's going on, right? And the trending coins right now on CoinGecko, we'll just run through this real quick. Cake, JewelSwap, Araya Chain, Binance Coin, Berry Data, Uniswap, TrustSwap. If there's one common narrative we're seeing here, what is it? It's swaps, right? All these DEXs, decentralized exchanges, are blowing up. But recently, it's mainly been on the Binance Smart Chain. Some people may ask, why is that, right? And I tell you, we really don't have to go much further than the homepage of CoinGecko. And a few minutes before I started to make this video, the gas fees here, all three levels, fast, standard, and safe, were all well over 300 Gwei. Now, for those of you that are new and don't understand ETH gas, what is that? Basically, all that is just the fee or surcharge charged to do a transaction or to do a swap, right? So that's what they call ETH gas. Now, as we're seeing the gas fees go astronomical, it hurts some people, right? If you're new to crypto and say, you're just getting involved on Uniswap, whatever, with gas prices this high, and if you're somebody who's only investing anywhere from, $50 to a couple $100, well, when you're looking at gas charges like this, say you go to get $100 of a coin, in the end, you're only getting about $60 of that coin because $40 is going to gas fees. And that's why, excuse me, and that's why you're seeing people migrate over to the Binance Smart Chain. It's cheaper, and that's one of the main things, right? Because for people that are new, right, that are getting into this, that are just putting money in, the last thing you want to do is lose half of the money you're putting in due to a gas fee, right? So that's sort of how I think Binance launched itself front and center. But again, this isn't something that happened overnight, right? We've seen the Binance coin grow steadily, I would say probably since the beginning of the year. Why is that? So I found this article here. I'm not going to go through it. I will link it below in the description, but it's a very good read. And it sort of goes through Binance, right? Where this explosion came from, how BNB went 3x in 1 week, and why this probably isn't the top yet. So they point out a lot of cool things that Binance has done over there. Again, they're highlighted throughout this article here. So I suggest you go over, I'll link it up, take a look at it. But between the accelerated burn, they launched a new Launchpad format the beginning of February. The Binance Pay introduction, which opened up a lot of things and, a lot of different areas where, using Bitcoin, Ethereum, SXP, Binance Coin, Binance US Dollar, that you're able to use these in payments, right? And we've also seen record volumes for Binance Smart Chain. This was on February 8th. Record volumes to the point where they said PancakeSwap actually flipped Uniswap. And that's amazing, right? Because Uniswap has been basically like, the first mover, the biggest mover. And to compare it sort of to like Oracles, that's how I look at like Chainlink and Band, right? Chainlink was the first mover, the big name, and Band's the one coming in right behind it. Well, that's pretty similar here with the Binance chain, right? So again, check this article out, take a look at it, and let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments below, and let me know what you think. We're going to scan through CoinDesk real quick, And again, some of these headlines, stuff that we've already talked about, Ethereum over 2 grand. Now, if you have been following the channel, that's something we talked about at the beginning of February. And, we were pretty confident we were going to see a $2,000 Ethereum before February was over, right? And so far we've seen that. That's pretty good. Bitcoin crossing 57,000, setting another all-time high, right? We're seeing the NFTs go absolutely insane. I'm going to show you here over on Decrypt. They talked about an NFT that's sold for 300 ETH. That's amazing, right? It really is. Here you have on Decrypt Miami's mayor saying Tesla's $1.5 billion buy is just the beginning. Again, a 3-minute read. Check these articles out, guys. I really implore you to, devote. Everyone's busy, right? Everyone's working, whether you're, 40-hour work week to a 60-hour work week. Everybody's busy. Everybody has things going on, right? And there's a phrase that I really like. It's probably one of my, favorite quotes or phrases, so to say. And it goes, dreams don't work unless you do, right? And basically that's telling you, your dreams are only going to work as much as you work for them. So again, a little motivation for you there, right? We see Bitcoin skeptic Ray Diallo reduces role at his hedge fund Bridgewater after a tough year. Maybe you should have got involved in Bitcoin, pal. It wouldn't have been that tough of a year, right? Again, scrolling down, we do this to check out, see if anything jumps out at us, any news. Now, Brave browser. This is something I do want to talk about. If you guys are familiar with Brave browser, there was another crypto brought to my attention. I'm not going to claim call for it, but I seen a couple other YouTubers talking about it, and I even seen somebody over on Twitter talking about it. And we're going to talk about that coin in a few minutes here. But just scrolling down again, always good to go through, check these articles, check these headlines, look for a narrative, and inform yourself to what's going on, right? Now we're going to hop back over to CoinGecko. And like I said, we're just going to take a quick look at some of the coins we talked about previously in the past weeks, right? So we'll start that off with APY. That was a coin that we talked about maybe a week or two ago. It had an amazing run up, literally from like $1 to $7 in 48 hours. And then it sort of settled off. But again, guys, this is a project that market cap is small compared to what they're trying to do. Normally, we look for things that are like 15 mil market cap or lower. But for the project and for what they're aiming to do, this is still a low market cap. And when you look at the fully diluted valuation, you could see we have multiple X's here to be had. Again, APY, coin I like, I'm still in. Full disclosure and to be transparent, I bought that a ways back, sometime in December, and I want to say I paid $1 or a little less. Now, we had that big run up, we ran to 7. I sold enough to just cover my initial purchase, right? Just to get my money back that I put in. And now I'm still sitting on a small bag of APY. Very nice, and I'm very bullish on this project going forward. Now, I love CoinGecko for a multitude of things, not to sort of get off topic, but CoinGecko is great because you could check the contract address, you could look at the websites associated with the coin, and then if you scroll down and learn how to navigate on here, you could also see where it's being traded at, the different trading pairs. So again, guys, definitely check out CoinGecko if you haven't, and APY. Another coin we talked about, actually 2 of them that were in the insurance sector, Armor was one of them. Now, looking at Armor, again, this was one, I originally witnessed it when it came out, and I want to say it was around 20 cents. And immediately the thing took off, like went to $1. I don't like to buy things like that when when it's already in a parabolic run, because just generally speaking, that stuff doesn't really, it's not sustainable, right? It's not sustainable to have a straight parabolic runoff. Sooner or later, that is going to come back down, and that's good for the system, it's good for the charting, right? It's just how it works. So when I see things run up like that, I take a step back. So I didn't buy it then. And what did we see? We seen a run up to $1. We seen it come back down. I got in around 70 cents. And I even posted on Instagram, which is why it's important to follow all my socials. But I posted on Instagram probably about a week ago, and I said, we're only going to see Armor under $1 for a little bit longer. We've seen the market cap on this grow exponentially. And again, it's an insurance coin. So if they're going to insure hundreds of millions of dollars, this market cap number is going to have to get up there, right? We're going to have to grow big time if they're going to be insuring big amounts of money. Another coin in the insurance space, which we're going to take our head in and take a look at, is Insure. Another one we talked about a little while back. Again, smaller market than Armor, 17 mil, it's under 20. You know, will all of these be winners? I don't know, right? But I like to sort of spread and hedge ourselves, right? Never good to throw all your eggs in one basket. It's better to spread them out. So here's another one I like, another insurance play, Insure. Again, you could check out their website, their contract address. I really think CoinGecko is a very useful tool, honestly. So we looked at APY, we looked at Armor, we looked at Insure. Let's look at Freeway Token. Now, this is another one, full transparency. I bought last year, at the end of last year, sometime in December, and we were around half of a penny. It was between 0.005 and 0.007 where I sort of got in. I heard about this coin through another YouTuber. I want to say it was Elio Trades, but I'm not sure. And again, if you look at this project, what they're trying to do basically is going to tokenize all the stocks, right? Tokenize and revolutionize the way we hold these assets. And if this company is successful at that attempt, price of this coin is going to blow up. And the market cap is going to blow up, right? Because right now it's only a $17 million market cap. You add up all the stocks in the world, that's trillions. So again, this is one to watch. I don't believe they have a lot of marketing out yet, no platform out yet, but it is coming. And if they do succeed, could be monumental, right? Very well could be monumental. Now, we talked about Brave Browser before. This is another coin that I seen somebody on Twitter talk about this. I want to say Adam Hoddle. Could be him. But anyways, very similar, from what I was told, very similar to Brave Browser. And I seen a couple people talk about this. I wanted to get involved. This was back around maybe 20 cents, and then it went on a crazy run up when a couple of YouTubers talked about it. And when that happens, sometimes it's better to let the dust settle, right? Because we've seen this come back down a little bit. Let's look at a 14-day view. You know, it ran up, and now we're starting to see this little sideways consolidation a little bit. Came down from 60. You know, now we're in the 40s. Again, could be a great entry here, because if this catches on, sort of like BAT did, Basic Attention Token and Brave Browser, this thing could really melt faces going forward, right? So again, do your own research. All of this is my opinion, not financial advice, but I hope you guys take some value from it. Okay, moving on. Now we're going to look at two projects on the Binance Smart Chain. Pancake Swap is one of them, the first one. Now we have seen this thing tremendously grow, right? Just in a month. So we'll go just in the 2-week view. Let's look at a 2-week view on Pancake. Unbelievable, right? You have seen this thing run up from $3 to damn near 20, right? Damn near 20. Again, Binance Smart Chain, decentralized exchange, cheap swaps. That's the narrative here, and that's where they're cashing in on this. Another new one on Binance Smart Chain. It may not be, new to all you guys, but another one that's being talked about a lot lately is Bakery Token. And what we've seen on this, look at this, in 30 days. Look at that. Wow. Boy, I really wish I had bought some of these Bake tokens back on February 8th or the 7th for 15 cents. That is unreal, right? Look at the growth on these things. Absolutely crazy, guys. And that goes to show you that, when you can offer people a decentralized exchange, swaps at a cheaper rate than can be done on the Ethereum network, it's going to attract a big user base. And we've seen that. We've seen that lately in the past 2 weeks with the Binance Smart Chain and a lot of these projects. Now, another project we're going to mention here real quick, Zero Exchange. I talked about this a while back. And this is one of those where I could kick myself in the butt, because I first seen this, I liked the project, I liked the idea. Again, decentralized exchange, zero to low fees swapping. And I thought, wow, this is, has some potential. Then I looked into it and I seen that it was on the AVAX chain. And that was the only thing that made me a little nervous because I thought, oh, geez, people new to crypto might be intimidated switching chains. And when people get intimidated or, don't really understand a technology, they tend to not use it, right? They tend to fear it, not use it, and avoid it. So I was a little hesitant. I got into this between 4 and 6 cents, and now we're up at 32. Phenomenal. Again, I could kick myself in the butt for not grabbing more, but I do not let that throw me off my game, right? You can't sit here and play the woulda, coulda, shoulda game because that's taking your attention off the next gem. So learn from it, flip the page. But again, good project to look at. We could see this number garner up, right? And it's really going to depend on some things that the exchange itself does. Now, I did see on their Twitter, they've recently hired 4 new developers, and they're looking to integrate with the Polkadot blockchain. That, my friends, is going to be big once it happens. So we could most likely see this, garner up and gain some traction. And I honestly think we're going to see a 50-cent zero sooner than later, right? And as they get further in this process of integrating with the DOT ecosystem, we're definitely going to see this thing grow. Now, another coin I wanted to point out, again, I heard about this one, I know for sure from Elio Trades, another YouTuber, very good guy. Now, when you look at this project and you look at what they're aiming to do, right? Ramp DeFi, and they basically want to take money that is stuck on these other chains and let you implement and deploy that money to other chains. So I think that is going to be huge, right? Interoperability between these different blockchains seems to be something that's garnering, more traction. We've seen people go over to the Binance Smart Chain. We're seeing things like Zero Exchange integrating with DOT. And integration is the key here, right? Because if you're a project that could basically integrate and be interoperable with each of the chains, that bodes well for you as a project. So another one, Ramp, good one to keep our eyes on and see where this goes. Again, small market cap, 41 million, compared to what they want to do, which is basically deploy assets that are, sort of locked and stuck on different chains and be able to deploy those assets across the world of crypto, which is going to be huge. Now, I have 2 other coins here. Well, one other one we're going to talk about. Now, this is an older coin, and I heard, a few people talking about this and what. And it's kind of weird, right, when we start to see some of these older coins come alive and break all new highs. Tezos was one we followed basically from $2 all the way up to where it's at right now. And I want to leave you with one more for you guys to take a look at yourself, right? It's on the first page here, Zcash. Now, again, not a new coin, sort of been around forever, right? Has that whole been boring quality lately going for it and whatnot. And I was actually talking to my buddy a few weeks ago, and 2 weeks to be exact. And I was telling him about this, and I said, man, this really thinks like, I think it could garner some traction, whatnot. And I want to say it was around right here, like when I was first talking to him about it. And what we've seen from there, like the 125 to 130 range, up to where we are now at 170, nice gain, right? But when you look at the bigger picture for this coin, its all-time highs are thousands of dollars. We came down and now we're in this little rut. And even before, when it took off, this thing hit up over, what, 800? Yeah, a little over 800. So being where it's at now, if we could get back to 800, that's a nice 4x. Again, will it happen? I don't know. These are ones to sort of keep your eye on. Maybe I will do another video that sort of highlights certain price areas, what to watch, and sort of when for you to plot your entry into this. If that's something that interests you guys, hit me up in the comments below, and I'll think about throwing a video like that together for you as well. So again, I hope you garnered something from this. I hope these coins we looked at have given you something to put on your watch list and sort of calculate an entry point into some of these coins because they do have potential going forward. And if anything we've seen lately, interoperability is key. Offering zero to low fees on swaps and exchanges is key, and we're seeing that take place right before our eyes. Guys, I hope you took something from this. I hope you garnered some value. Thank you for everybody reaching out, showing some love when you see me out there. I appreciate it. Guys, I will catch you on the next video.